Hello everyone and welcome to an unboxing of the Asgardian wave of releases for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Apparently I saw on the Atomic Mass Games stream that the Vision and Winter Soldier box was also supposed to release simultaneously with these. It doesn't appear to be the case in the UK. There's still like a placeholder date of the end of March in for them. Either way, the Asgardians at least have arrived. I have been massively looking forward to them. I really like the sculpts. I've seen a bit of their roles already, but we're going to take a look at them here. They play very interestingly, especially Loki, but we will start with the box of Thor and Valkyrie. This is the Broomhilda Valkyrie. So there is the sculpts, there is the cards, and finally, also just thank you in general, considering how much Batman stuff I've been looking at recently. Thank you for including assembly instructions, although I have noticed the Atomic Mass Games have been getting ribbed a little bit about unnecessary stuff. Like the last video we did was the Venom one that you had to put the fingers in for the fist, utterly pointlessly. But, oh, speaking of which, attaching the sides of Thor's helmet is an assembly step. That seems unnecessary. What about Valkyrie's? Valkyrie seems perfectly well. Forearm to wrist. I guess you could argue that is necessary. Yeah, okay. This one isn't so bad, it's just Thor's ears. Well, you know, the wing parts of his helmet. So, sorry, I got distracted because I thought my dog was about to start barking. You see something bad out there, do you? She's on the couch across from me. So, there is... I can see the hammer, so that's most of Thor. Quite a few bits, actually. And then this will be... Well, actually, that's maybe all of Thor. Where's his... Oh, there we go. So his legs are separate, and there's his pelvis. And there is the Valkyrie sculpt. There's a little mold line there. That's weird, because that's a whole leg. Oh, actually, no, it's a raised part of our armour. So, again, Atomic Mass Games previewed these ages ago. If anything, they're previewing stuff that's too far away from release. Come on, there we are. So, you have 4 of the chosen hammers. I actually just finally got around to reading the story with this, so that's the one that Red Skull's daughter gets, that's the Hulk's one, that's the Thing's one. I don't remember that one. I'm not sure who got that one. But either way, a couple of new bleed tokens, some Asgardian capture tokens, lightning element, maybe, and then stun or shaken. I always get those two confused. I have to double check every single time. And that goes with the fear grips the world as worthy terrorize. Sorry, the chosen are the worthy, right? Or are they just called the worthy and I keep on using the wrong word? It means the same thing. So yeah, you have to go find the hammers. We're not going to look at this in too much detail because we're going to fudge the numbers a little bit and make sure the next time we play Battle Report, this is one of them used, and it's 18 threat level. Interesting. I think that's the first 18 threat, maybe. So we have Odin's Blessing. Asgardian. When an allied Asgardian character would be damaged by an enemy's effect, they may spend 3 power to play this and reduce the amount of damage suffered to 1. Okay. And then this is a nice one. This is a team-up card for Thor and Captain America. Thunder Wave. So it's a beam 5, 6 strength, energy attack, 0 cost, but obviously they've both got to play the cards when they're close to each other. And then the Asgardian affiliation card. This is interesting because it spoils an upcoming model. Angela, Thor's sister, will be getting a model at some point. But Thor, he's the boss. Hela, Queen of Hell. Loki, God of Mischief. Valkyrie. So let's hope this is... Focus. 6 threat, medium move. Sorry, 5 threat, 6 health. 443, he's got a strike, a hammer throw. 1 energy attack is the God of Thunder. It's only A2, so that's like range 2 around him. I guess range 2 is kind of long. He's got the Asgardian affiliated skill. At the start of any of your turns, one allied character may spend 1. If they do, remove a 1 damage and 1 special condition. Like, I don't know, bleed, poison, shaken, something like that. Then he has the attacks you see there. Fairly standard. I kind of wish he had more thunder themed stuff. And as for what changes on this other side, he actually gets stronger. He goes up to 8 HP. I think that's the only change. I believe so. I don't see anything else bold, and they have started doing it in bold. So the art there is surprisingly small compared to the other side. Valkyrie is a fairly cheap and cheerful by Asgardian standard. Oh, I forgot to mention the Asgardian trait that all of them have is that they get 2 power in total. They get 1 extra power in the power phase for 2. So they are a little bit stronger than your average human. 6 HP, 3 threat, 333 defense. Wounded side or HP goes down by 1. I'm not seeing anything else different, as a car is struggling outside by the sounds of things. So that's for Thor and Valkyrie. I'll get this out of the way and we'll take a look at the other 2. So we have Loki and Hela. Hela's on a bigger base, the same size one as Ultron and Doc Ock and whatnot, yeah. So not quite as big as your overly large characters. Cards, assembly instructions, and there should be an additional pullout, I think, unless it's part of this. Because Loki is the first release to have an Infinity Stone. Ah, yeah, there it is right there. So the compendium and the rulebook have been updated. The digital version is available for free on the Atomic Mass Games website, which tells you how Infinity Gems work. So I'm not going to cover them here, but basically they just have a threat cost associated. So they up the cost of bringing someone who's using one. And only certain characters can use certain stones, although Thanos is going to be the exception. They also updated some of the new rules for... I think one of the tactics cards that comes in this box is misprinted or unclear, so they, just before release, updated it. I'm not sure what was wrong with it, I just know that something was wrong. So let's have a little look here. So these are the new tokens that apply here. I think those are soul capture tokens that go with Hela. The other one, what is that? Oh, maybe those are the soul capture ones. And then some more Asgardian capture tokens and bleed as well. Oh, before I forget, I didn't even look at the assembly instructions. Is there any unnecessary steps? Loki's horns. And part of his scepter. Oh no wait, that's his forearm. I guess that's kind of required. Hela looks a little complicated, her helmet part. The rest of it seems okay. Not too bad. Loki's horns, that's just so he can keep up with his brother. So I double checked. Doomed Prophecy is the card that has been clarified in the most recent errata. So go read the description on there. I think it just clarifies the second step of the card. I'm not going to read out the version that is now no longer applicable. Sibling rivalry. This is essentially the help me from Thor Ragnarok. It's chucking Loki at Green Goblin. So it literally is just Thor chucking Loki. And he doesn't suffer collision damage from the throw, but the enemy person does. So he's essentially using Loki as a car. I like that. And this is the Mind Stone, the first of the Infinity Stones. The only bad part with putting these in character packs is that if you want to get them all, and presumably you'll need them all for some kind of like cosmic threat Thanos, you're going to have to buy characters you wouldn't necessarily want. I believe the only other ones confirmed so far are Star-Lord has one, Proxima Midnight, and the other person, they have one, and presumably Doctor Strange, who just got revealed, will have the Time Stone, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, that is the Mind Gem. Choose an enemy character within 3, advance it small. You can use it once per turn. And it's a superpower that costs 2 power. And it's similar to like the web pools that Spider-Man and Venom have. So Hela, Queen of Hell, only 4 threat, which is actually quite surprising. Medium move, 6 health. Her special stuff though is she can discard captured soul tokens, which she gets if another character is dazed or KO'd. Not by her, just in general. She can expend all 3 to get resurrected, I believe. But that might be on this side of the card. If this character has 3 captured soul tokens when it would be KO'd, use the superpower, remove the 3 captured soul tokens, all damage, and the character is not KO'd. The downside is on her weak side, yeah, she's lost 2 HP, so she's down to 4. 444 is terms of defense. She has a mystic attack, 2 physicals. I don't think those change. And she's got the Asgardian thing, so she gets 2 power. Interesting. So yes, she can resurrect, but she does only have 4 health on her other side, and that's fairly easy to do. Well, she has 4 against each element type, so maybe it's not as easy as I was thinking. And Reign of Hell is a 3, 7, 4. It does explosive, and you don't count wilds as successes. It's pretty bad. For the person being hit by it, I mean. Oh, and also you can actually just do claim soul to get a capture soul token, so it's not specifically just when people get unconscious, so that's good too, because that means she can start stalking them early. It's on her that side as well. Hang on, the text is longer on this side though. If this attack deals damage after the attack is resolved, gain the captured soul token. If this attack deals at least 1 damage. That's weird, it does exactly the same thing, but they chose to make it more verbose on this side. Weird, I don't know. Loki, 4 threat, 5 HP, 334. Now his thing is the trickster thing, I think. Hang on. No, God of Mischief. Bring him a little bit closer there. While within 4 of this character, enemy characters must spend 1 power before using... That means... Does that mean superpower? Yeah, any superpower that's not passive, basically. That's what those symbols mean, I think. Because that's the trickster symbol, and the other symbol is... like the Army of Hell has that symbol. So that's really powerful, just having Loki around bugging you. His HP stays the same on this side. And Trickster, he can move around also when he's attacked, he can sometimes place himself away, and if it goes out of distance you can't target him again. But you get the power refunded as well. And he can mesmerise people, that's what that'll be. That'll be mesmerise tokens. Probably. So I think the core rulebook was also updated to have those new stats effects listed. There's also some new ones that aren't used yet, which must be for the Doctor Strange wave. So we've got 4 small bases to choose from for Loki. The 2 big standard bases for Hela. I keep on calling her Hel. That's Loki's sculpt right there. There's his horns. They're tiny. It's going to be so annoying with big hands like these. And Hela, she's all bits. She's all just knives and swords and such until you put her together. No, it's supposed to be there. Yeah, it seems like a smooth sculpt. There's her bald head before you put the spiky helmet on. So there hasn't been a Crisis Protocol battle report for a little while. It's because I was waiting for the Asgardian release. It's going to take a little while to get them on the table, of course. But I was waiting for this. I want to field them. I want to field them every day. Thor will be interesting just as an Avenger as well as Asgardian leader. But that's interesting to me. If you're in America, I think you can get Vision and Winter Soldier as well. Originally, Thanos and his Black Order was meant to be for March, but I don't know if that's going to be true anymore because they've been quiet about that. Either way, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for doing so, and I shall see you in the future. Ta-ta for now.